Hey guys, so I'm finally back on my channel. It's been so long, and that's because we finally moved into our place. We are no longer living in a hotel. If you've seen in my previous videos, I was living in a hotel, and that is why I haven't really been posting any videos. That's because I've been trying to prepare this house. I was doing like our movers were coming in, and my daughter, it's hard to film when you have like a baby that you have to care for and stuff like that. So that's pretty much why I haven't really been making videos. But I'm back. But yes, I am back, and hopefully I can make videos every week rather than taking like a 2-week break, because that's not the deal. But today I wanted to talk about breastfeeding, and the reason why I want to talk about breastfeeding is because that's currently what's happening with me right now. I'm still breastfeeding my daughter. She's currently 13 months, so 1 year old, and I'm still breastfeeding. I'm trying to wean her off, trying to slowly, but so far it's hard for me to do that right now. But once I get the hang of it and just try to figure out how to wean, I will be making a video of how I wean my daughter, because right now it's just really hard. But anyways, yes, this video is basically about breastfeeding, what I went through with breastfeeding, and what nipple creams worked for me. I know this is like a random video, like what is she talking about nipple creams? But the thing is, it really does help, especially I've been breastfeeding for a year now. I don't use nipple creams now because I got used to the pain with my daughter breastfeeding. So this is for you if you're a first time mom, or if you are pregnant and are like hesitant on breastfeeding because of the pain and stuff that you heard. Please, please, please don't listen to what you hear. You should actually go do it for yourself and see whether you like breastfeeding or not. So hopefully this video helps you. If it doesn't, I'm sorry, but I don't know. It's supposed to help you. But anyways, let's get to it. So I've been breastfeeding for a year now. My daughter is still currently breastfeeding. I'm trying to wean her off. And by the way, if you have any tips or tricks for me when it comes to weaning, please let me know in the comments below. As soon as I figure out a way of how I can wean my baby away from breast milk, I will be making a video on what helped me. So the nipple creams that I used during the time I first started breastfeeding was Motherlove. This is the nipple cream right here. This worked really well for me. It also helped my sister. 2 weeks later after I gave birth, she ended up breastfeeding, having a baby and breastfeeding. So she breastfed her daughter, and she was really going through it with the pain, and she was just like about to give up. But I told her, you know what, girl, this nipple cream is the ish. So she ended up using mine actually, and I didn't end up having mine because I gave it to her. So I had to go out and look. So when I went to Down to Earth, I bought this at Down to Earth. When I went to Down to Earth, it was like out of stock, so I was screwed. So the next nipple cream that I got was this one, which was the Nipple Soother. This worked well too, but I didn't like it as much as I liked this one. So I was like, you know what, I can't do it. I can't. This was not in stock, so I was just like, you know what, I need another nipple cream. So what I did was I went to Babies R Us and I got the Natural Nipple Butter, which is this one. I didn't really like this too much. It wasn't really soothing when my daughter would like breastfeed, so I was just like, you know, I was going through the pain. I was just like, I didn't want to ask my sister like, Bridge, can you like give me back my bottle, because I know she was like struggling through it. So I was just like, you know what, she can have it. So I went to Motherhood, I think it's Motherhood Maternity, and they had like the Honest Company. They have some Honest Company products. So I decided to get the organic nipple balm, which is this right here. So this was probably like the only closest thing to Motherslove. But I was so dedicated to Like I said, I don't use the nipple cream anymore. I only used it during probably like the first 2 months or 3 months of breastfeeding, because it was really sore. And it really alleviated pain. Like it says here, doesn't need to be removed prior to breastfeeding. So it's actually safe for your baby to ingest. The ingredients here is very gentle. It's like extra virgin olive oil, beeswax, shea butter, marshmallow root, and calendula flower, which is really good, and it's organic. But I really love this product. If you're suffering through it, like the pain and everything like that, you should really buy this product. I forgot how much it was. I will look it up online and put it in the description box of how much this is, and as well as these other products that I also use. It might work for you, but it didn't work for me. The only thing that worked for me was the Honest one and the Motherslove. I know this video is supposed to be about nipple creams, but I'm gonna talk about a little bit about breastfeeding because I decided to breastfeed. I ended up going back to work, and going back to work, I ended up pumping, like using the Motherlove backpack, and I was still being able to breastfeed. I didn't give up breastfeeding because it had good benefits for your baby, so I decided, you know what, it's my first child. I'm gonna make sure that she has all the natural nutrients that from my body to hers, so I decided to do that. Another thing, I was breastfeeding because I heard that it helps you lose weight. I feel like that's really, really true. I decided, you know what, I'm gonna breastfeed because also I want to lose all that weight, you know. I think I gained like 30 pounds. I weighed a lot. But I ended up losing like the stomach fat. If you haven't gave birth yet, after you give birth, like your stomach's still kind of big. They say breastfeeding is supposed to help bring it down. So it really did bring my stomach down. So that's also a huge benefit for you, is losing weight. And especially if you breastfeed like a whole year, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be losing a lot more weight. But some people I heard they don't really lose that much weight. But for me, it helped me, and it also helped my sister because she also lost weight too. Another thing that I feel like with breastfeeding is sacrifice, especially like you can't really eat as much, especially if your daughter or your son is like really sensitive to certain foods like dairy or like seafood or anything like peanuts and stuff like that. You have to watch what you eat because it can get into your milk, and your baby can also take that and have like an allergic reaction or some type of reaction, maybe gassy or stuff like that. I heard broccoli, if you eat broccoli, they can make the baby gassy. That's what the doctor told me at first. And you don't want your baby to be gassy because your baby's gonna be crying like the whole time, and it's just not fun. Trust me, it's not. Another thing is coffee. I don't drink coffee. I love me some frappuccinos. I love me some of that. But you know what? I stopped. I sacrificed that because I don't want my daughter to have caffeine in her system. Another thing that I do eat that does have a little caffeine in it is chocolate. I know chocolate is something that you shouldn't be eating, especially if you're breastfeeding, especially because it has caffeine, but I need to have some type of sweet, so I eat my chocolate. I feel like I'm rambling on and on and on about breastfeeding, but if you can, I feel like you should breastfeed because breastfeeding is so important, especially for your baby. It's also cheap, so it's up to you. Like, decide you don't want to breastfeed, that's up to you. So that's pretty much it about breastfeeding. If you like this video, if you felt like this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!